Coming up.
A love sealed on the mountaintop.
I'm like, this is the disillusionment you get when you get up this high.
And then
You can't throw that on us right now. 28 days to the wedding.
and later, a torn gown makes a really angry bride.
And so it's the one bead fell off from here. You can see the fold.
Next on Samantha's wedding show.
Gotta grab hold of life with all of my might, like each moment just might be my last. Leave my worries behind, well, I still got the time. Leave it all in the past. You get one chance at life, so I'm living it right, and I'll risk it all, come what may. Make it here, make it now. I've got so much to live for today. Every minute I waste, I'm losing the taste of everything life has to give. I feel young, I feel free, gotta think about me. Show the world how to live. Like a rocket I'll blast, I'm rising so fast, the sky is no limit for me. Make it here, make it now. I've got so much to live for today. I'll be the game's MVP, the one you want to be. In the right place.
For Fred Mashage Howard and Beth Ativila, both mountaineers, sealed their love on top of one of the tallest mountains in the world, Mount Kilimanjaro. Yes, that is where he proposed to her, and she said yes. But the question in all our minds is, why would he choose such a dangerous expedition to declare his undying love?
But I wanted to come up with something that is different and something that didn't give the option of saying no.
I need to tell that story. It's so hard because you can't breathe normal and you're tired, you're carrying a huge backpack, you have to keep rehydrating and the water is frozen. It's a very uncomfortable climb. And we go up and I had it. I said, I'm going back. And he kept saying, no, babe, let's go a little farther. You know, he kept encouraging me. So we get to the top and I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm wearing 5 pairs of, trousers. I'm wearing 3 shirts and a sweat and 2 jackets. It's just really uncomfortable. And then and he goes down on his knee. I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm like, this is the disillusionment you get when you get up this high. And then, so he says, yada, 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 how special I am, of course. And he says, will you marry me? It was beautiful. And I'm wearing my 3 pairs of gloves, and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I don't care about the cold and all that. So it was really nice, and he slipped the ring on. And, yeah, it's now I think about it, yeah, it was a beautiful proposal.
Mount Kilimanjaro happens to be the highest mountain in Africa and the 3rd tallest in the world, standing at approximately 19,000 feet above sea level. Back to our couple, Beth and Fred.
I'm an educator, pretty much a teacher here. Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm an educator too.
For their big day, Beth and Fred are planning a red and white themed garden wedding for their 150 guests.
I knew I wanted certain things, and I knew how I wanted for my wedding to come out. The most important thing to me was to remember it as a beautiful process. I wanted for it to be something, the memory is very important to me. As long as I feel good about the experience, I'll be good for the rest of my life.
Oh well, we are hesitant to ask Fred what he thinks about the whole thing.
The way it involves money, and
Lots of money.
that's, a lot of money. So, what else could we do with this money? Maybe invest it somewhere.
And cut is exactly what Beth did to fit her dream within their budget. Beth is going for a timeless, elegant look in the lush greenery Mother Nature has to offer.
What's the point, in my reasoning, of paying for a beautiful natural garden that is green and lush and then cover it up with tents? The reason why I wanted Kumbaya Garden is because of the nature around it. It's just natural and green. So I want it to just be that, simple and clean, so that we can see the nature around us. We can just enjoy it and just feel like we are having a picnic. I know I want chivari, they say chivari chairs, white with red cushions. I want, I just want I love white. It's just clean, and it goes well with the red and black. So, and then we're going to use gazebos, for the sitting areas. I don't like tents. No offense to people who do, but they just seem like a lot. I'm not a huge fan of tents. So she's just using flat roofed gazebos for the sitting of the guests. Originally, we were supposed to do parasols, so that each table of 10 would have a parasol. Each table of 10 would have a white parasol. But then I heard stories of wind blowing the parasols, horror stories.
With her bridesmaids wearing red gowns, the groomsmen will introduce a contrast into the wedding with their black suits.
For my evening party, it is an all-white party. I did specifically say it's all white, and I'm gonna have a big buff guy standing at the door too. I plan on that. I'm serious. You show up with your blue trouser, whatever, no thank you. I love you, but I'll love you tomorrow. Tonight, just please do me a favor and show up in white. We all have something white somewhere. Or it could always be part of the wardrobe. I don't know. It could always, and I sent my cards out in January for this particular reason. Because we have a lot of family out of the country, so we wanted for everyone to just get their card and let us know if they're coming, number one. And number two, if someone just gave me a card today and said, this is the theme of my evening party and this is the theme of my wedding and blah, 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 and I'm hoping that you can show up, coordinated or whatever, I'll not take it very kindly, because really, 28 days, I'm not that rich that I'll just walk out there and buy this and buy that. And so we give everyone 6 months heads up to try, and if you're planning on attending this, please be just for the evening party. The rest of it, no, you can show up with your yellow, I'll be okay.
They will have to dig deep into their pockets to finance Beth's dream.
Over the last year, every end of the month, I go out, I buy something I know is going to be for the wedding. And keeping up with that accounting sometimes is off. But if we put everything together, I'm very sure it's upward toward 2 million.
For her invites, she did meet them quite early. With the bride-to-be residing in India, she took advantage of the good bargains they have down there.
It's a booklet when you open it, and inside you find all the necessary information for the wedding. And so the first one is the invitation to the wedding and the ceremony and the reception. And then the second card is the invitation to the evening party. And then the last one is the program for the wedding. In the card, I've given instructions of, how many people per card are allowed, and the theme colors, and to please bring the card. Yeah, because we can't really afford to have more people than we invited. I'm hoping my mom is not duplicating cards somewhere. Make more copies for her friends.
Knowing most Kenyan weddings, a guest list is in fact theoretical and not really honored by the guest. Her numbers might just go up, but for now, it's a question of wait and see. The couple are planning to have a garden ceremony and reception, but in different hotels, which is where the couple is currently based, but they had lots to say why they didn't want a church wedding.
We didn't book a church is because it gets really crazy. And if you're not the first wedding, you don't get enough time to put your, deco up. You don't get, and sometimes the wedding before you gets delayed. And so your wedding, and these days pastors charge. You keep him waiting, his time is money. So in case the church is inconveniencing you, they're not taking responsibility for that. Yeah, so that's why we chose hotel.
Still ahead, a bride's dream is almost shattered.
Because I don't know the name of each one of your grounds, when she quoted, I assumed we were talking about the same thing.
And then, with their wedding almost hitting the 2 million mark, this couple could be forced to dig deeper still into their pockets by unforeseen expenses.
I've been in communication with you people for 10 months. So at some point, it could have occurred, because Margaret knew I'm using an outside,
and I've come here, I think, twice.
Yeah.
And we've discussed that, and not even once have they mentioned.
Later, a torn wedding gown makes a really angry bride.
Yesterday, they delivered it to me. It was not fixed.
Beth and Fred are at the Lamada Hotel to check out the venue for the first time. Both of them have been out of the country in Mumbai, India.
We hope we've not ambushed you too early in the morning.
No, 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 no. I've been expecting you, and
okay,
I've been waiting to see who is this person booking the wedding. We have been communicating on emails or through with Edwina, and even Edwina, I don't think we have ever met face to face.
We did.
Yeah, we did once.
When we got here,
Yeah.
we are actually amazed by what we see here. It's very lush green.
Yeah.
We like it. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Well, I'll take you around, and you will see that we give what client request. So I'll show you the directions and how they can be, with even natural eye work. I was thinking, due to the eye walk will be on that side as you come in, all the people will be facing this way, so that the height able to be here, and then you get the grip of the background of the bush.
My thinking was the height about to be that side.
It's a little darkish this side.
This side, yeah.
It's a little, the roof there's more light to that side for whatever reason. I think maybe because this background is very close to the structure.
As Fred finalizes with Martin, we follow Beth and her planner, Edwina, as they internalize the venue.
Flower pots, you can do something on the side with them, on the rest of the side of the pool. Like, areas where we are not necessarily accommodating. Just to,
Because they're going to remove these two, and all these seats are going to be removed. We'll create an aisle.
yeah. So you're saying you'll put the flowers,
And some petals?
you'll put petals in the middle.
Yes.
And then, what decorative thing will you do here?
Here.
Yeah. On the podium is the only thing you are planning on decorating.
The flowers, what I was telling you, we can hang. Because these walls are too
So
bare.
that's what I was saying. You make the ball thing, a smaller version of what you use on the whatever, and hang one to
here.
midway and another one
And
to
another
midway.
one.
But I have
I'll see if I can create a long one, something that can come all the way.
but then you'll have to put several. Sitakuwa ball moja tu,
It's not a bowl. I did this. See, it's a straight flower.
so you can drip it straight.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. Because you'll
What
do
do you
greenish and whatever, and it will just
Yeah.
look like part of everything else.
Yes. What do you think?
Perfect. Perfect. I like that.
But soon they hit a snag.
The sitting area, you'll just put the chairs in.
The
Will you
chairs?
any flowery thing? No.
No.
No,
Because
just
it's church.
okay.
Yeah. The seats will be dressed.
You're not bringing the seats here?
The Chevari.
Yes.
No, the Chevaris are going to be at the reception.
I don't like these chairs.
You don't like this one?
No, in my head I'm seeing white. I thought we were using them for the ceremony and the reception. I even remember us talking about transport and how long it takes for them to be packed and how delicate
Yes,
they are. I
that's
remember that.
Yeah, that's why we decided we are only going to use them at the reception.
I don't like those chairs.
This-
That's why when he was
once
talking
they're
about
covered,
them,
once they're covered,
that drapery thing is what I hate about all those plastic and this kind of chairs.
Beth does not want to hide her disappointment, and as she has a lot to say about that,
I will be a little upset if we can't use the Chevari chairs here. It would look beautiful. I know that in my head. I can just feel that's what I want. But we have to be practical. We are not planning. The budget is set. We can't add in anything extra, so I can't hire another 150 Chevari chairs. And if it comes down to it, we'll have to use the chairs at Lamada. They are not bad chairs. They're good chairs, except for they are blue and gold, which is nowhere or nothing close to what our theme colors are. And so I'm bothered that at the end of the day, we'll have to use the blue and gold chairs. And then the other alternative is to cover them in fabric, which has always been a dislike, like something I don't necessarily care for.
but when she sees the covers, she has a change of heart.
It's
and it's not the dark gold.
that you were hoping for.
No, that I was not hoping for that dark gold.
And in a turn of events,
Okay, it's not as ugly as I've seen. Because I've been to tons of weddings. I have a lot of girlfriends. So I've been dragged to all kinds of ceremonies, weddings, parties. And you always find the plastic chairs and the white covers. and they kill the whole thing.
And with that, it's gold-covered chairs for the ceremony.
They're good. It's okay. Yeah. So I'm okay with it.
Beth and Fred, both teachers, sealed their love on top of one of the tallest mountains in the world, Mount Kilimanjaro. With their wedding just a few weeks away, they are meeting the wedding planner Edwina and Safari Park's Ted to ensure that their wedding dreams stay on track.
Today we are at Safari Park. We want to talk to Ted, who's our contact person here, about the venue for our reception and evening party.
But soon they discover that what they have on paper is not as they seem.
There's a 30% outsourced charge, the hotel charges, on all outsourced things that the hotel does.
We're not informed.
Yeah, we were not, and I think that's not
That
our
is very
fault.
unfair,
Because I remember
Maggie should
in
have-
there it says that deco is not on you, it's on us. And no one said anything.
There's no disclaimer.
No one said yes.
Honestly, that is very unfair. And you
There's
cannot
no, yes. You can't
throw
put
that on us right now.
28 days to the
To
wedding,
the
you can't
wedding.
say
That
that.
is just unacceptable.
And I've been in communication with you people for 10 months. So at some point, it could have occurred because Margaret knew I'm using an outside.
And I've come here, I think,
outside,
twice,
yeah.
and we've discussed that, and not even once have they mentioned.
The food tent, no one mentioned. Paying for like a 30% fee on anything
That's
outsourced.
also-
Okay, for the 30%, if she didn't mention, it's okay, it's fine. I can just talk to the boss and
Waiver that.
yeah, because it's both from our side. But for the food tent, definitely, if you're providing your own tents, you'll have to provide the food tent.
You
Because
need a 50-seater. Is that enough?
no,
How
you know we have a large
So
salad bar,
100-seater.
and salad cannot stay in the sun.
Ted, I have a feeling you guys are supposed to be doing that.
Margaret ever quoted for tents?
No.
You-
And that's what I'm saying, that it's just, no, not for tents to us. It never occurred anywhere. See, I say to Margaret, make me a list of everything. Like how much, well, you know,
See, it's
this I never had. Let me show you what, like this. I said, Margaret, put all the things on a list, a price list or a quotation and send it to me. This is the invoice I received. This is everything I'm paying for. And this
do you
is
have this particular code that shows
I have
the
a,
tent requirement?
yes, and I wasn't hiring your tents, so we never talked about tents. And she never once said, because you're having our food, you must have a tent over the food. You see, it's weird me talking to her and saying, oh, by the way, bring one more tent for Safari Park.
Yes.
You understand? Like, or provide all the tents plus a tent for their food.
Not our food.
But you're the caterers.
You're the caterers, so it is your food. The fact that this was not mentioned, it just throws everything off, and I think that's one of those things that should be waived on account of we were not told. All this time we've been in communication, it never came up. We were not told. You know, people have budgets. We set that, you know.
Yes, I
To
will
be discussed,
mention
okay.
it. I'll mention it to our head of department.
And as Ted promises to sort out that misunderstanding, they soon run into another setback. The venue Kumbaya, which the bride had envisioned all along, is far from her dream.
It was fenced, kulikuwa na cypress and all that around it.
The one.
Yes.
That one there. That was.
That's the one we liked, and that's the one we said we want. And she said, yeah. And when she sent the quote, it had Kumbaya Garden in it. We assumed, what? But this is the Kumbaya Garden. In our minds, ilikuwa ile yenye iko na all greenery.
This apparently is a venue that she had in mind, and it is not Kumbaya Gardens. They can only hope that someone else has not booked the venue. Meanwhile, they have to meet Safari Park's pastry chef to agree on the cake.
Okay, the hotel is giving you a 3-tier cake, depending on the packs that you have. How many packs?
150.
150. I feel the base is enough for 150, so you can do the 2 cakes for the parents. Okay, but we cannot give red velvet for the parents because it cannot it cannot stay for long. It's only for hours because red velvet is a cheese product cake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cream cake.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, because it's they are going to take it away. We don't even know when they're going to cut it.
Yeah, true.
So we need a long-lasting cake.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you propose we do instead of a red velvet cake?
Maybe a fruit cake. We are safe with fruit cake because maybe some parents they keep a cake even for the next weekend because they call friends and they have tea party with them. So we're not sure of when they're going to cut the cake. So we are very safe with the fruit cake.
Problem solved, and now they can settle down and sample the delicacies Safari Park has to offer and agree on the details.
It's a 3-course meal. Yeah, so we have the salads, we have, and then the soup.
The soup,
Yeah.
salads,
Yeah.
and the main course.
And the main
plus
course
dessert,
and the
tea and
dessert.
coffee.
Today we are at Versatile Photographers. We met them 3 months ago. We had a previous photographer booked, but he disappointed us. So 3 months ago, a friend of ours highly recommended Versatile. Yeah, so then we got in touch with them via email, and yeah. I know I picked a package. We picked something, and we just want to know what, like the details of it, because we saw it on paper, so we want you to explain.
Okay. This is the kind of album you're going to get. It's a photo book. Yep. It's an album that tells the story of your wedding from when the day begins, your makeup, and tells a story until the end of the wedding. The photographer will guide you when he's taking the photos, so you should not be worried about that. The photos will come out crystal clear. We have lights for clarity, so you'll be directed.
And as they conclude the meeting, they agree on things from the morning of the wedding and to the photo shoot. Beth and Fred had a series of meetings with their suppliers over a couple of weeks now. Along the way, they have compromised and have been disappointed and at times stuck in their guns to achieve their dream. But all that is behind them now. With their wedding now just days away, Beth is meeting wedding planner Edwina to tie her dream together. But Beth knows that for this meeting, anything goes. Beth wants a classy, timeless theme for her red and white wedding.
Having a white, they'll drape the table with white tablecloth, and there'll be a red runner across it. There'll be a clear glass vase-like, angular. It's going to be shot with a big fat bunch of red roses.
The one who'll be doing the decor was able to walk her through the whole thing for the two venues. Basically, I think that's it.
And as the meeting wraps up without a glitch, she can rest easy. Tomorrow, she meets her makeup lady, Lillian, for a trial before her big day, now just days away.
I'm hoping she can do magic. Every girl wants to look different and spectacular on her wedding day, so I'm hoping she can do something fresh and different and just to make me look stunning. Colors are black, red, and white. Okay. So not necessarily those colors, but something that can,
complement.
Yeah, complement that. And then I'm hoping my whole wedding will be simple and classy. Okay. So I just want my makeup to reflect that. I want it to be simple, not overdone like you say. Okay. But I want it to be timeless and classy. If I look at my pictures 20 years from now, I don't want to think, oh my God, what was I thinking? Yeah. So just that, and I like darkness around my eye. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing since I have small eyes. So maybe
try
you can work on that.
more.
And I want for my lips to pop. So I don't know if that's good for someone with big lips, but yeah.
I like it very, very much.
Yeah. Will it look exactly like this, or will it be?
It will look
Exactly like this.
Then for the photo session, we're gonna do a matte look.
Okay.
We're gonna go all red.
Yeah.
The deep red and all glossy. So we're gonna have 2 different lip looks for the day. Yeah. And more shimmer on your neck. We're gonna do more shimmer on your neck.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good. A golden shimmer.
Because then it goes nicely with the entire outfit.
Yes. Totally.
And
yeah. You're happy?
I'm very happy. I don't want to hug you because you'll steal my thunder.
With that trial test, it's obvious that this groom will wear lipstick after their first kiss as man and wife.
Yeah, so thank you very much. I love what you've done. I look forward to you, making me up for the big day. But I also, I look forward to coming for the next appointment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to keep up with the regime and all that.
You look elegant, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you to the next appointment.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Still ahead, a torn wedding gown makes a really angry bride. And then a suit forgotten. And later, a hands-on bride, but where is her planner? As tensions rise.
No, why can't anyone talk to me?
Beth and Fred's love was sealed with a proposal atop Mount Kilimanjaro. With both of them residing in Mumbai, India, they have had to start planning for their 150-guest wedding early as it would be held in Kenya. But Beth is not a happy bride.
The other day, not yesterday, the other day I went to pick my gown up and I went to hook the tail so that it's shortened and there was a huge gash in it. So these, it's held together by these small beads. Yeah, it's the pearl beads. And so it's, the one bead fell off from here. You can see the fold is coming apart. So that was they were supposed to replace a bead there. And then 3 or so beads fell off from here. So that is just, it's not yet done.
Meanwhile, Fred has his own share of drama as well.
The groomsmen were doing, they were taking pictures, they were dressing up. So maybe the thought that that suit was not there may have contributed to that slight delay. But there is a very small relationship between that and the lateness.
They have just discovered that the limousine meant to pick up the bride has come to the groom's place instead of the bride's place.
We decided, why don't we just use the Chrysler and then we'll get to where she is and we could change.
Meanwhile, back at the bride's place, Beth makes the decision to carry on with the wedding, albeit with a few fears.
May the good Lord hold the skies. My biggest fear is the rain, of course, but then again, what if someone just does something outrageously ugly? Like whatever, I don't know, people can surprise you. Me, I'm a crazy person. I've never stopped being crazy, whether it's my wedding day or whatever is going on. I like controlling everything around me, and that doesn't help things because I'm sitting there getting my makeup done and calling people and asking, oh, has this happened? Has so-and-so shown up? Where is so-and-so and all that? When I woke up in the morning, I was in high spirit. I was just relaxed, doing everything, and then there was no clock in the room, and I didn't have my phone. And for whatever reason, I'm doing all these interviews and giving everyone everything they need and saying, no, do the makeup for the girls and then do mine. And then someone says it's 10 minutes past 10. And everything just went crazy.
With that, Beth and her bridal team starts preparing for her big day. And as the maid and bride prepare, the seamstress who did her bridesmaid's gown comes to the rescue.
Thank you so much, my daughter. You've honored me.
We will stay with you. You've been so patient. The last minute, you made me proud. And what I want is I want you to keep to the track so that you remain as good as you've been, and keep to yourself, which means you keep your marriage happy.
As the bride and her maids have their fun in the morning, the clock is ticking. If they are late, they will be charged an extra 6,000 Kenya shillings by the officiating minister, that is approximately $68. In most Kenyan weddings, it is traditional for the groom to be waiting at the church as his best man goes for the bride. But not in this wedding.
The best man comes, but of course there's a little bit of traditional blended with Western expectations in this wedding. I won't be able to meet the bride, but the best man will do that part. It's a good day. We are so happy because the weather is very favorable today. We wouldn't have wanted to be any better than this.
The bride and her maids have been having too much fun as they forgot the time.
I didn't know they were here.
Yeah.
I
think the maids go down to
yeah. Sikujua, it's 10.
And even after her sister's efforts trying to calm her down falls on deaf ears.
I'm upset. Joy.
Kuna bag ya black. Sinaambiwa Fred amefika. Magari zilikuja kitambo. Magari si kina Fred. No, why can't anyone talk to me? Where is my phone?
Finally, everyone is whisked out of the room and they make their way to the waiting vehicles outside. Beth's mother veils her in and she's finally ready to leave the room. Halfway through the journey, the bride receives a phone call that her gift bags have been left behind in the house. And where's her planner when all these are happening?
I'm telling you for a fact, they've called me, you've left more than 50 gift bags, Kule. Now, I wasn't... Boss Vane.
Once again, her sister's efforts to calm her down falls on deaf ears. But the mother of the bride jumps in to save the situation.
Sasa Fred, niliongea na Fred jana nikamwambia Honda isipandwe mtu because I knew packing those things staki akina Grace waharakishwe. So unaona, because there is a groomsman in that car, they are being rushed. Wanaambiwa twende. So that's the reason why. But if it was just Josie, niambia nyamaza. Joy. Staki.
But this edgy bride will hear none of it. Finally, the matter is put to rest. They agree that the wedding party will be dropped off at the venue, then the car will go back for the gifts.
How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you. And longer if I can. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to follow their plan. How long will I be with you? As long as the sea is bound to wash upon the sand. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to follow that plan. How long will I be with you? As long as the sea is bound to wash upon the sand.
Fred's stepfather has been in his life since he was born, having met Fred's mother when she was pregnant with Fred. He is overcome with emotion as he relives that moment.
I am the father of Fred. I married his mother. I married his mother 26 years ago. The day is perfect, and I'm so pleased that they are getting married. It's wonderful.
Amen. If that is your desire, looking at her eyeball to eyeball, say, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Let's clap for him. So long as you both shall live, if that is your desire, looking at him eyeball to eyeball, say, yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
Let's clap for her.
Vows
made between us.
made between us.
With this ring,
I
I declare
declare
that of my choice. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's clap for her. Amen.
Finally.
Finally, the bride and her groom are whisked away together with their bridal party for the official photo shoot. Her moods have definitely been lifted.
My best moment was when she says she will. And I loved that part.
Notice that for this ride, the gentlemen of the wedding party get to enjoy the limo ride this time before they have to let go of the limo. But not without a little lament for what the ladies did to them.
I wish we got this cognac over here. It's unfortunate the maids drank it and they left us champagne. I think that wasn't fair.
Meanwhile, at the venue, a live band entertains their guests. And as they settle to have their scrumptious meal prepared by Safari Park Hotel, Ruth Matete, Kenya's reality TV star and the winner of the singing competition show, takes the stage to entertain guests. newlyweds toast to their wedding together with their bridal party, everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. The dreamboat has sailed through. The couple managed to catch a moment at the waterfall and some sunset photos before they change into their all-white evening wear for their all-white themed after party.
Floored me was the deco. Dan has outdone himself. It looked better than it did in my head. I was very impressed by our imagination and his execution. It was good. It was really well put together. And I loved that everyone, except for two people, did try to keep to the theme colors. Somebody showed up with blue and the other one showed up with green. In my head, I'm thinking, really? Blue and green? You couldn't even go for orange or somewhere in the red family or, black family. But that was okay, yeah.
As we welcome none other than Mr. and Mrs. Mashage. Here we go. Come on, give it up over there. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Matani. Don't they look stunning? Thanks for the standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen. We may all be seated as the DJ rolls the music.
We wish Fred and Beth a life full of highs like the mountain where they sealed their love.
Share your sentiments on today's show on our Facebook fan page, Samantha's Bridal. Follow us on Twitter at sbridal_Kenya, or simply go to www.samanthasbridal.co.ke. Discussions are going on now.
Gotta grab hold of life with all of my might, like each moment just might be my last. Leave my worries behind, well, I still got the time. Leave it all in the past. You get one chance at life, so I'm living it right, and I'll risk it all, come what may. Make it here, make it now. I've got so much to live for today. Every minute I waste, I'm losing the taste of everything life has to give. I feel young, I feel free, gotta think about me, show the world how to live. Like a rocket I'll blast, I'm rising so fast, the sky is no limit for me. Make it here, make it now, I've got so much to live for today. I'll be the game's MVP, the one you want to be, in the right place every time. I'll be the one in the know when you need to go, right to the front of the line. So it's all up to me, 'cause I hold the key.